So child, adult, that largely has to do with like consciousness and responsibility. And it's and child and adult is like as simple terms as you can possibly make it. It's what your grandparents have been yelling at you. Are you the responsible one paying the bills, or are you the kid doing all the complaining?
Right.
It's so simple. Nobody wants to hear it. It's very painful. It's very just real, you know, but a lot of it does come with the consciousness, responsibility, and then the choice of, all right, I want to be a different identity in the room. Like we see with typing, it's not only who are you as far as your type, it's who are you compared to the extroverted world.
Right.
I'm very introverted. Well, not compared to 99 other people, you're not, right? So it's like who you are is your introverted identity, yes, and it's also your extroverted identity. So it's you're the sum total of your introvert and your extrovert identity.
Right, and largely, just like with typing, people will absolutely type themselves upside down. Oh, that's me. That's me.
Like
I see
archetype-wise.
archetype. Absolutely. They will see themselves as I am the adult. I am constantly having to take care of everybody else.
And they're 16 years old.
Or they act 16 years old and they're 50 years old.
That's very true.
That's largely what ends up happening. So let's go through our little list here.
Using movie superheroes, largely from the Marvel. So the wants to be a child and is a child, again, they're putting the other responsibility on everybody else. They're just following orders. They're happy with who they are. Kind of Agent Coulson, I think is his name.
Yeah, right.
And a lot of the civilians, a lot of people are like, oh, I just work for S.H.I.E.L.D. I come in, I do my work, I do my paycheck, I go, I do my vacations, everything's fine. Just townsfolk land.
I don't want to be responsible.
Right.
When the ship sinks, I don't want my name on the paperwork.
I just work here. Don't blame me.
Yeah, I just work here.
And it's not just people that are doing that. It's just that they're happy with that. You know?
Extremely happy.
Right.
They're very settled. They're happy with the 401k. They are very happy with townsfolk land. Honestly, they're very enviable because they're so just happy. They're
Ignorance
settled.
is bliss.
Yeah. Largely, like that's where the majority of all of us humans wish we could be. We wish we could just be the kind of person that does the 9 to 5 and are very happy and very settled.
Stories
with
of the good old days back when I was in college, it was great. It's like,
Yeah.
that's usually life was simpler. My responsibilities were simpler. My consciousness was simpler, and I would just go do my thing. I'd get paid. Everybody loved me. I was happy. Everything was fine.
Okay, so number 2, it's I want to be the adult. I see myself as the guy at the top of the mountain. I see myself as a rock star. I see myself as so obviously not townsfolk. I see myself as a badass. You don't even know. Someday I'm going to climb that mountain and I will be praised and I will be bowed down to and everybody will look up to me and I'm going to be their awesome
do you have energy on that one?
This one drives me nuts. I think this is just archetypally opposite the IP. It's like opposite from my DE.
Lead-ify. I'm awesome, therefore I am awesome.
Hoorah!
So the Spider-Man guy in the newer ones with Iron Man and Robert Downey Jr. and stuff. I forget the Tom Holland, right?
Tom Holland.
Yeah.
He's not lead-ify, but he plays that like, hey guys, I'm cool. I want to be with the cool guys. Tom Holland?
Yeah. What is he in real life? Do you know?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Anyways, but yeah, the Spider-Man character oftentimes does kind of play the lead-ify.
Yes.
Everything you're saying. Come on, can I go? Am I an Avenger yet?
Yes.
You'll see it in like the Navy SEAL movies. Like, can I go, guys? Can I go on this mission?
Right.
So there's that eager kid that wants to be the adult, sees themselves an adult, dresses up in their dad's jacket. I'm the adult. Everyone else is like, you're still a little dangerous.
Right.
You're not ready yet.
And they have these little blinders on. Everybody, what they want is like, I can only see this much of reality, and that's who I see myself as.
Right.
I see myself as obviously I'm a badass.
Because then everybody else is like, yeah, your shoes are untied.
Right.
You forgot the thing.
Right.
Your gun is on backwards. And
Right.
they're just like, oh, well, and that just makes the tribe nervous. But
they have to make a lot of
they're
excuses.
a really good archetype because they have the desire to be the adult.
Right.
Usually, given enough years, they eventually will become the adult.
Right. It's funny that they're usually like the side guy. Like, who's the actor, the Falcon character?
Who got promoted to, at the very end, Captain America passed the shield to him.
Yeah. He's like the archetypal, like, side guy. I'm this side guy. And then Batman and Robin, like, sees himself as awesome, sees himself as a rock star. But then, like, because the tribe has to keep jumping in extrovertedly and showing you're not the badass, you're not the grown-up.
Right, you're not ready yet.
Says your results, that makes them extremely sad. That's a lot of conflict. It's like saying, I want to be an astronaut, and I see myself an astronaut, and it's like, then why are you depressed? I'm really sad, but I'm really depressed. It's like, well, then why are you depressed? Where is that coming from? Where is that depression coming from? Where is that sadness coming from? It's like, oh, well, all I did was just sit around and watch movies and eat cookies today. Right.
And then number 3 wants to be a child and is an adult. And these are fascinating characters. You have Logan, Wolverine, Batman, so he's like upset, like, you took my childhood away.
Yes,
And
I
he's-
wanted to be the kid role.
He's bitter about it.
Right.
Iron Man in the first few movies, not the last couple of movies where he kind
He
of
had to grow up.
Right. And then even Pepper, we just threw in a couple random ones here.
Logan is the best one. Like, if you
Yes,
really want to
yeah, yeah.
go own what that looks like, the Logan series, so Wolverine, and like watching him from the very beginning, he's just absolutely so fucking bitter. Get off me, leave me alone. I want to be the
Just
guy
ride
on
my motorcycle
I want to be
and-
a child. I want to be alone. Leave me alone, and just fuck you for just grabbing me and keep making me the teacher. Like, every single movie, you can see him just like, why am I wearing this stupid suit?
Captain Picard kept trying to like bring him
Yeah.
in and make, you know, like, hey, be somebody, because Captain Picard, what's his name in the thing? I always recognize him as Captain Picard.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I'm like, Captain Picard.
Yeah.
No. Now I can't even think of it.
Xavier,
Xavier. There
yeah.
you go.
So
Xavier.
he's settled as a number 4. He's an adult.
Yeah, is an
and
adult.
Is an adult. Wants to be an adult and is an adult.
Totally settled. Very calm.
Yeah.
Very happy. Yeah. Obviously, he gets a little darker later on in the Logan movie when he's then shoved into the child role,
Right.
because he starts getting older.
That was a good movie.
That was such a
The
good movie.
Logan one, where it just shows
Watch
like
Logan.
the bitterness of the tail end of life when it all falls apart. You know.
Right. That's a good archetypal example of what we're talking
So
about.
the number
here.
4s are the adult and they love being the adult. Thanos, Wonder Woman, where she's raised a warrior and wants to become a warrior and is a warrior and dresses like a warrior and
Happy to be a warrior.
right. Like Captain America, same deal.
Right.
Like, they're not ashamed to put on their silly costume. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like Wolverine, when they put him in the costume, he's like,
He's like,
ah.
fuck this.
Yeah.
This is so annoying. I don't want to be the grown-up role.
Agent Fury, the commander guy in
Black
Marvel.
Panther.
Right.
Black Panther is like choosing to be the king, owns being the king, does the...
No problem being the king.
Yeah, he's like, this is my role. This is
Yeah.
what I'm supposed to be doing.
So it's like happiness are on the poles.
You can see it right away in your own self. You'll be able to see it, like, how much darkness do you have? And that's coming from incongruency. And you can kind of be able to pinpoint yourself, like, well, am I just seeping with darkness? Is that me? Am I constantly like playing this role extrovertedly, but inside there's so much turmoil? Like, that's how you know you're one of the two. You're 2 or 3. You're in this turmoil. There's conflict. Other people see me like this. I have this imposter syndrome struggle because actually I know I'm a bullshitter on the inside, but I
Right.
think I'm lying and being able to put on this show for the extroverted world. There's this dichotomy, this bipolarism of
Which you have to go through. You know?
do.
It's
Yeah,
like-
you do.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's happiness on both sides of the pole. Some of the happiest people we see are just fucking dopes, and then
Totally.
a lot of people are stuck in this. This is where we've been stuck for a long time.
Right. Thor, in my opinion, is a really good example where you can kind of see him going through some of these stages. He was a child and then had to get
Yes.
thrown into
I
the
know,
adult
the
role.
Thor movies.
Thor is really good. He like goes through it.
I don't
He's-
like that character. This is just my FI. I
know,
don't
he's
like
kinda
that.
cheesy, right?
Yeah, and I don't even like Chris Hemsworth as an actor as well.
Right,
Like my
sure.
FI doesn't. I don't have
Your
any
FI
reasons.
doesn't like
but
him.
goddamn, that was such a good,
It's so good.
portrayal of the hero's journey. In a
Yes.
very simplified, very clean, clear way. Thor 1, 2,
Right.
and 3, or whatever.
Right, that's so good. So he ends up, in my opinion, the last one with him and the belly and the drunkard. That
Kind of
just
sucked. Yeah.
That for me wrecks it. Like, that's not usually.
It's not respecting the first 3 where he was
He
having
had to build.
Right.
I know. In my opinion, they really fucked that up because hero's journey wise, like, no, somebody that gets hit that hard that has built all their way all the way up,
Right.
that's not accurate. Like, my
Right.
TE is like,
Right.
that's fucking not accurate. So, in my opinion, I would top it off. I would stop it with the Thanos or the Thor character. He did become the adult. He did become the one that's personally responsible and became responsible.
But you can
and was
see him
happy
go
with that.
through the phases.
You can. So for, like, let's say this last point and like get the hell out of here. For you, like, how does this apply to you? It's really consciously deciding that if you want to be happy, there needs to be a congruent. I started like I was a child. I wanted to be a child. I loved Townsfolk Land. I admired, even my mom was at number 1 child and was happy being a child. She was so congruent. I was like, I want that. I want to be the child. I love Townsfolk Land. That's what I want to do. I want to rock Townsfolk Land. But my problem was the universe kept dumping large portions of adulthood onto my back, and especially when the opcode came along and it just slammed on my back, and I was just
that's
like,
why I went and cried for a long time.
right, that, like, I had to get to the point
Because I
where
wanted to be a child too.
heartbroken. I had to,
Yeah.
like, there were just, nights where it was snowing and I was outside digging in that damn ditch, fucking a hole to just beat onto myself choosing like, what do you want to be? What are you going to do? Because don't stay here. Don't stay here in this middle ground, this lukewarm, this spit you out zone of like, I'm unhappy because I'm playing this adult role, but I want to be the thing. Get out of that role.
Right.
Go rock it. And I knew I couldn't.
Right.
I fucking knew I couldn't. So I was like...
That's where a lot of people are.
Right. It's like, get congruent. And largely, a lot of times that might mean for you, if you can't change your extroverted situation, it might mean changing your identity. And if you are lower down, if you are a number 2, you think you're fucking awesome, that area, you need to start tracking your results. You need to start making goals and tracking your results so you can get your brain congruent with your outside world. And then you have a chance to start building your way to not just be the child, to actually be the adult that you see yourself as.
Hey everyone,